I see live people. I see dead people.
Hello everybody, you're watching another episode of Savcast, and we are here in Game 2 of our Best of 3 series from the ESL Daily Motion Cup. Group G. I know I said in the previous video it was Group F. I'm really sorry, but it's definitely Group G. Sorry about that. I do get things wrong sometimes. Sorry. So in Game 1, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it in my channel, of course. I'm going to spoil it now. Grubby won, and as the Muslim is alluding to in the chat, Grubby won because he warped in a bunch of DTs just as the Muslim's army was about to crush his, and the Muslim just didn't see them. At the same time, Grubby had warped in several other DTs and was attacking his main or natural with them, and the Muslim was sort of caught in distracted back home with those, letting the fight go on, as you should do. You should always concentrate on macro and stuff while a fight's going on. That's you know, that's what you should be doing. You're normally always, unless you're sort of microing its bailings or something like that, it's normally never worth to sacrifice macro for micro. But anyway, apparently Muslim didn't hear the slashing, the distinctive and scary slicing noise that DTs do make. But Grubby was sort of just saying it doesn't matter. So it'll be interesting to see what Demo decides to do in this game. He did see his patented TVP build, where he goes for a Tech Lab Marauder conch shell opening, followed very quickly up with another barracks of the reactor and expanding at the same time. It's this sort of just little switch around thing he's done that he's shown on ESL TV, and it's really, really cool. It does seem to be quite an effective build, and really EGDemuslim was on top of that game until that engagement, and then after that he sort of desperately tried to recover, but Grubby was easily able to take 2 extra bases, and and then EGDemuslim's Vikings had some storms shoved down their throats, and it all went downhill from there. But yeah, really nice game from Grubby as well, because he managed to get out of a really, or near unwinnable position. He sort of had penned himself into another main on Shattered Temple, and it really didn't look that good for him. But we do see standard sort of play so far from these guys. The Muslim is putting down a reactor first. We are going to see a change from his build in the opening game. He's just got the single marine to drive out the probe, so Grubby's not able to see this, and then he's putting down another barracks there as well. So he actually went gas. He went gas first, didn't he? Or not? I'm making things up. Ignore me. And EGDemuslim is going to E-block the expansion once again. He did this in the previous game too. It was quite effective. It made Grubby sort of seemed to be wanting to go for some sort of 1-gate expand, and instead EGDemuslim forced him to drop another gateway and a rover while he was denying his expansion. However, I think Grubby's going to work on this much sooner than he did before, and he might be a little bit wise to that trick. So I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, but we have seen a little variation in EGDemuslim's build here. He's going for more of a marine opening. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a tech lab going down on that, and then maybe an expansion coming after that. Wargate is on the way for Grubby, but he's not corona boosting it. He's not corona boosting anything apparently. Oh no, corona boosting the probe, so he's being economic, which is nice to see from a Process player. I really think Corona Boost gets used enough. It sort of is used. Everyone remembers it early on. Corona Boost grows, Corona Boost Warpgate, Corona Boost upgrades. It's kind of not used for anything else unless you're doing some kind of Warpgate time push, or you're desperately under attack and you need to Corona Boost your Warpgates. You see a lot of Nexuses in the Nexi. Is it Nexi? Who knows? I think it might be Nexi. You see a lot of them with full energy in sort of the late game. We do see Grubby going for 3 gateways, and this is sort of a Zerg. How you're opening at Zerg. This is a 3-gate expand with 2 gas, so he's going to get a bunch of sentries, I assume, or he's going to try and do some 3-gate pressure against this expand that is now going up for EGDemuslim, and he is basically getting the same build he did in the last game. He's just going a different route to getting there, and conch shells isn't quite done, otherwise he could have got that stalker. That's a little bit unlucky for EGDemuslim. It's a little bit risky from Grubby sending that stalker in, because that is pretty much all his army is, apart from that other stalker and a sentry. And a zealot. Okay, I'm just lying, but that's all his army is. And it looks like EGDemuslim is going to be doing his push forward with just a single marauder though, and the conch shells. Oh, yeah, there we go, another marauder coming. I think he does really need that. And we do see the expansion going down for Grubby, so he's 3-8 expanding, which is this is the Zerg build, and the money scan, seeing everything there. Don't worry, Ben. There's nothing else. You don't need to worry about scanning anywhere else. That is all he has. I do like this pylon though, warping in on the low ground. It's just able to allow Grubby to be a bit more offensive if he wants to be, as he can, you know, more quickly just warp in units here and then start pushing down here. Just little things like that I like to see. Demu's expansion nearly up. Devil Terran, the British Bulldog. I know I'm biased, sorry. Us Brits. Well, we don't really have much of a StarCraft 2 sort of scene, so the Muslims really are our only hope, and he has to live in Germany to play StarCraft 2, because that's how poor the British scene is. But I think he might start thinking about pushing out now with his combat shields timing. This is the same timing he did last time. Like I said, it's very similar timing. He's just gone a different way about it. And once again, he's going to try and pressure this. And I think, as we see, Grubby was doing this 3 expand build that you normally do against Zerg, and so he's got a lot of sentries out. And so EGDemuslim doesn't need to be careful. He doesn't get trapped with the Guardian shield as well. But not the best force fields, only trapping a few units. But that's a bit better there. EGDemuslim's going to be under a bit of pressure, but he hasn't really lost that too many units, and he's managed to bait quite a lot of force fields out of Grubby. And I think his unit retention actually is pretty good. And Grubby did use quite a few force fields. He used about half his force fields. So if EGDemuslim can just bait that again, and then Grubby doesn't have those force fields, and he can escape with a decent number of units, then EGDemuslim start coming out on top. However, we do. Ooh, EGDemuslim has forgotten. Oh, he is building SEVs, but it didn't feel like it, as Grubby is Corona boosting those pros. 36-24. We are going to see another engagement here, as Grubby is looking to take down his gold rocks. Splody down at here, just spotting for any John's common knowledge hallway sneak attacks. Don't know why it would be a sneak attack, of course, as everyone knows about this corridor. And EGDemuslim just taking a position by the Zelnaga Tower. We do see Stim on the way, Factory and eBay going up, and 3 gases doing his gas explosion, so he's able to afford those medevacs, Vikings, and upgrades. Meanwhile, the Robo facility, sorry, not Robo Bay, is on its way for Grubby, along with an extra gate. He's playing very economically and very safe, I must say. Quite impressed with this. This is not normally an opening you do against TERRAN. You normally get a much earlier Robo against TERRAN, but it's good to see. He is no reactor going down on that factory to switch onto the starport. That's a little bit different from how Demo played it last game. And no upgrades on that eBay coming just yet. I do like this from Grubby. He's just sacrificing zealots because he's delayed his Robo Bay. I keep on saying Robo Bay. I'm not a Protoss player. Robo Bay is going down there along with a Forge, but because his Robo was delayed because of the way his build works out, he's just been sacrificing zealots just to keep an eye on the Terran army and sort of what the Muslim is up to. Instead, normally, of course, you have an observer out and you're able to just see everything you want to see. But Grubby hasn't had that luxury because of his delayed Robo fac. But instead, he's just been sacrificing cheap units, just a zealot every now and then, to just get a feel of what EGDemuslim is up to. And it looks like EGDemuslim might be going for a stim timing here, or he might just be pushing out to get some map control. Do see him spotting this pylon here. This could be able to take that out, so there won't be any sneak attacks. We do see 2 observers coming out, so Grubby's sort of playing really, really safely this build, and he's getting extended thermal lance, and the first Colossi is in production. With Stim now done, I think EGDemuslim might just trip into a nice little timing before the Colossi are out. However, these chokes are really nice to force field. I think all Terrans would love it if this hole in the middle wasn't there. Although Zerg might just win this map if that happened, but who knows. So this observer now just to be able to track the army, and Grubby's not going to be sending in any more suicide Bob the Zealots. Poor Bob. Normally it's just Bob's job to hold off the choke, but today Grubby demanded he must sacrifice himself for ire, and because there weren't any observers available. But looks like the first Colossi is out. Grubby was currently boosting that, and extended thermal lance is over halfway done. And I reckon EGDemuslim might be going for a +1 timing then, or he's just not going to go for a timing. He's just going to sit back. I might just be lying to myself. He has sort of evened out the harvest score just a little bit. I'd like to see him put down another command center. I think he can quite safely think about taking his gold expansion now, EGDemuslim. And Grubby as well. I think they're both playing very passively. Grubby putting down another few gates and a Twilight Council for those extra upgrades. You could see Charge and Blink, or a Templar Archive, or a Dark Shrine. So many things that the Twilight Council opens you up for. But Muslim is at +1, whereas Grubby is at +1 armor. So actually, there's not really a timing window for the upgrades at all. And EGDemuslim is going to want to run away. There's 2 Colossi, and this actually be a little bit nasty for EGDemuslim. 4 gates going down for Grubby now, and Zealot Charge on the way. He is only pumping out 1 reactor starport and a single non-reactor starport, so a little bit different from the previous game. but he is going to be able to shoot enough Vikings. But I don't know. I'm not going to sure what Grubby is up to. Twilight Council is down. We're going to have to see what he decides to do with that. And he's just researching charge. I want to see whether he's going to go higher in Tech Tree. Last time he went for DTs, and then he had High Templar out. He was able to, with his extra expansions, get all the Protoss Tech Tree out. And no one's... Demu, take your third. Come on. No one's taking their third. They're 2 bases for quite a long time, and I'm not too sure why. I know that the opponent has a big army, but either attack him or get ahead of him by expanding. I don't know. They're both playing very passively. I think they're a little bit scared of each other for some reason. But it looks like we might be getting a bit of an engagement going on here. This is not going to be could be quite a dangerous place for Demu to engage. He's going to want to sort of sit back where his buildings are, but then he's also vulnerable to force fields. TERRAN really wants to engage in these big open spaces where the force field's sort of much harder to pull off for Grubby. But Demu might just sort of come around here quickly and try and catch him, but Grubby's going to be retreating pretty quickly. So yeah, and we do see a Dark Shrine going down for Grubby, so he's going for a similar tech route he went for last time. And hopefully, please Demu have scans, and please hear the noises of the DTs. Oh, big stim, and he's going to get denied by the force fields. That was not a good idea. He's only got 2 medevacs, so they do not have that much energy. Grubby is ahead by 20 supply out of 15 workers, but I think the income is relatively even due to Mills. Yeah, he's only behind by a little bit, Demuslim. And ooh, that was a little bit nasty. I don't like that stim. You really need to be really careful with your stims. And so, yeah, it's a bit of a passive game, really. They're just sitting back, sort of occasionally feeling each other up. Demuslim finally putting down his third command centre. Is going to be flanking that over to the gold. Vikings taking a few hits, but Grubby's Nexus is going to be up before Demuslim's. Demuslim go for +2 infantry weapons, no armour so far. Whereas Grubby is going to be at 1-1, so relatively even on the upgrades. Another 3 gateways going down. He is really romping the gateway protection on 2 base, but I mean, it's just go with very late expansions, very late thirds, and there hasn't been a big engagement or anything. But only now are they feeling comfortable taking their third bases, and it's just very difficult for Demuslim to engage around these spaces. It's so easy for Grubby with all those sentries that he's had since the beginning of the game. Demuslim never really killed any, and so they've been able to wait around all game and get all that energy. Bob the Zealot dying again. That Dark Shrine is completed, so we'll have to see if we're going to have any warpins. Vikings are going to be able to take out those Glosses, but those are fantastic force fields by Grubby, and they're going to start decimating everything Demuslim has. The Glosser is staying up for too long, although he's going to have a lot of Vikings left over. He's going to have to land those, though, to be able to deal with all those Zealots. A lot of Zealots walking in, and the DCs are here as well. And that's the first scan that's gone down by Demuslim, so that might have been a bit of an issue. That Dark Templar does have 4 kills, and it's going to be very close. It's very... Oh no, Grubby's way ahead on supply, actually. This isn't that close at all. Demuslim is struggling to be able to hold out all those gateways from Grubby. Is just able to let him resupply. We do have Blink on the way along that Zealot charge. Those force fields were mega force fields. We had a DT here in Demuslim's main. It's very hard to spot these little green dots, I'm sorry, but that DT, oh, it's happened again. This is almost an exact picture of game 1, except Demuslim was never in the commanding position he was in game 1, I don't feel. And that is horrible for Demuslim when you come back from a fight and you find, oh, there's a DC with 15 kills. Oh, it's very upsetting. And Grubby's going to do what he was doing in game 1, is just start sending solo DTs, and because he's so far ahead now, and Demuslim needs those scans to try and deal with this army. There's Colossus come in, and this is going to be the GG. I feel this is all over. He just does not have the production. Such a late third coming, and this third's going to get denied very quickly anyway. I don't feel there's much way Demuslim can come back to this, bar some horrific mistake from Grubby, but even then I think it'd be very hard. These charge lots are just too good with the 2 armour. They take such little damage from the Marauders. That third was taken down, and I think Demuslim's a bit miffed as to what he can do, but he does still GG. He's a mana bloke, really. And so there you go, game 2. Unfortunately, Demuslim loses 2-0 to Grubby in the best 3 series in the ESL Daily Motion Cup. I will try and cast some more games from this cup and this series. It's been provided some great entertainment so far. Please let me know what you think. Please comment. I will try and reply to you. Please thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please spread the word about Savcast.